everyone. So, since it's January, I thought it would be a fantastic opportunity to make a video on goal setting. Now, maybe some of you have heard of the SMART goal system, that is the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely goal setting system. I think it's a very good, practical goal setting system. I've used it with my clients for many, many years. But recently, I've noticed that there is a very critical element of that goal setting system that is missing, and that is an impact oriented or spiritual oriented focus. And over the holidays, I gave it some thought after I did a outdoor workshop, and I came up with my own smart goal setting system, which I believe when you link it with the other smart goal setting system, you can truly get a comprehensive approach to goal setting that is not only practical in nature, but is also spiritual and impact oriented. So I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about that goal setting system that perhaps could be useful for you now in this new year on truly getting a grip on what it is that you want to accomplish and how it can be beneficial for you and also society at large. So let's go ahead and get started with the S. So the S in my goal setting system is service oriented. And this is really important because oftentimes when we set goals, they can be very individualistic. And of course, we do have to have goals that profit us. But we want to ask ourselves, how, how is the goal that I set? How are the goals that I am setting? How are those goals oriented towards being of service to others? So, for example, if I set the goal of wanting to lose 20 pounds, of course, it's going to be great for me because I look better in the mirror, I have better confidence. But I also want to ask myself, how is that goal of service to others? Is that going to help me be more attractive to my spouse, for example? Is that going to help me be a motivating factor to perhaps a younger brother or sister who could also start working out with me and can also gain inspiration from seeing how I transform myself? So we want to make sure that when we make goals, we link that component not only of the individual benefit, but seeing how it could be of service to the people around us, or maybe the people whom we would want to serve. The M in my new SMART system is moral and ethical. And this is really important because oftentimes we see this a lot in business, for example, where goals can be very practical for the company and maybe they can raise the bottom line or maybe they can help show better financials. But how are those financials impacting the employees at the company? So we want to make sure that the decisions that we make are in line with our moral and ethical compass, and we want to make sure that we have those values intact. Next is A, and that is affinity and alignment. And this is a really important one because oftentimes I come across individuals that they have arbitrary goals. They say things like, well, I want to wake up earlier, or I want to go to bed earlier, or I want to read a book. And fine, those goals in and of themselves, they're practical, they're useful, but are they truly aligned with what you're up to in life right now? Do you have an affinity for that goal? Is that goal actually going to help you get to where you want to go? Because sometimes you want to make sure that these goals that we're setting are in line with our overall life vision. And I cannot state how important that is because I've come across clients that we end up just rewriting many things because goals that were set previously just weren't in alignment with what they were truly up to and what they really wanted to do. The R in the SMART system is relational. Okay, this is really important. In our culture, particularly here, I'm speaking more of the US, the individualism that we have is important, and I think that it's bedrock of society. But oftentimes we miss out on social context. And oftentimes our goals can be enhanced if they're relational in nature. What do I mean by that? If we include other people, if we include the other relationships that we have in our life and we make them relational, the goals that we have, oftentimes the goals can be augmented and they can also create auxiliary benefits. So, for example, if we're going to use that weight loss goal that I mentioned earlier, maybe once a week you can go to the gym with a friend. Maybe once a week you can work out with your spouse. Maybe you can go for a walk and incorporate a community that you're a part of. See how you can get other people involved. And oftentimes collaboration is the name of the game. when we collaborate with others and we make our goals relational, oftentimes we can get, like I said earlier, auxiliary benefits that may create opportunities that we never even had planned. So think about how you can make those goals relational. And the last thing is the letter T. And the T stands for talents. And oftentimes we focus so much on our weaknesses, and sometimes those weaknesses need to be improved just by necessity. But how many of your goals are truly focused on the talents that you already have? If you can focus on making your goals more centered with your talents, you'll find that you'll make progress much quicker. And that actually, or much more quickly, I should say, and that could actually be of better benefit to you. So think of how your unique gifts and talents and how you want to, how they impact and how you can use them for the world at large. So to summarize the concept, spiritual SMART goals can truly help us understand and create a clear path to grow, not just individually, but in service to others, can help us have better integrity, more alignment, and also make sure that we're living our lives with meaningful relationships and purpose. If this content was useful for you, I hope you subscribe to the channel. And I'm also going to make an invitation to you. I'm doing a Hero's Journey webinar. I'll have the link in the description down below. In that webinar, we're going to take concepts such as these and other concepts as to how you can truly become the hero of your year. So I look forward to seeing you be a part of that webinar. It's going to be held via Zoom. And as always, I wish you the best adventure. I look forward to seeing you soon in future content, and many blessings. Take care. Hey, everyone.